Well, let's see if I can capture today's riff magic as I watch the melting down. Oh my God, our once great society is now at the whim of Lizzie Warren calling Walz racist as she lied about being an Indian. Do you realize the kind of, and I've said it before, the kind of psychopath, the kind of sociopath you have to be to consider lying about your ethnicity as a good idea and then follow through on it? Holy shit, it worked. And now I'm going to law school and it worked again. Now I'm going to get a job. It worked again. Oh no, I was fired because I was visibly pregnant when I was, what job did I fucking lie about that one about? Anyways, she has thank God for fellow libertarian and solid American one, Mr. Todd Jeffries, holding down America one joke at a time there in KLBJ FM in Austin, the bluest of blue enclaves in a possibly turned blue state. Can it happen? Anyways, he was nice enough to post up a picture of Elizabeth Warren's newest offering. Isn't that exactly what we need? Is we need a bill, only a bill. Here I live on Capitol Hill. And is it gonna get passed? I don't know. Lindsey Graham apparently has knowledge and evidence of a coup. He has knowledge and evidence of illegal unmasking by Susan Rice. He has knowledge of illegal use of 702 information. He has knowledge of Barack Obama being asked by George Soros, you know, the guy behind the coronavirus and the caravans both, just in time for the election. Yeah. So that's where it's at. That is where we are at right now, where we have a coronavirus 100% incubated and sent from our known enemy, China. And now we have three. Let's send our sickest and our most coronavirus-ridden ne'er-do-wells from China all the way to the southern border, so the three of them can walk across. Which one is it? Is the coronavirus the fucking scariest, weirdest, saddest thing known to mankind? Or is which one is it? Can people with the virus walk across a non-existent barrier to give it to the rest of us? Or can you put a wall in front of them and then it would stop the very act of our enemies sending sick people across the border to infect? Anyways, Lizzie Warren, the woman who fucking lied about her ethnicity, has a bill here. And according to that bill, yes, and I will read it because I'm afraid some of you, because of Common Core, don't know how. You know, Common Core, when they took mathematics and they dumbed it down so it takes you 25 minutes to do a two-function math problem? You know, the same people who, over the span of 75 years, changed history books. So instead of the Democratic Party starting the KKK, they slowly, over a period of time, will get you to believe that the Republican Party actually started the KKK. That same publisher behind Common Core, the same publisher behind every single book of those pushing the coup when they get ran out of office and they get their payday. Okay, it doesn't matter who it is. Are you rewriting a textbook? Is it Barack's book? Is it Bolton's book, if it ever comes out or not? Every one of these ne'er-do-wells goes through the same publisher. They get the same payoff. They get the same payday because that is how money laundering works. According to Ms. Warren, her racist wall bill, the transfer of all border wall funding to the Department of Health and Human Services to combat the coronavirus. Here we are with a wall to combat physical people who are sick coming through. They had to climb down out of their buildings that had been welded shut into communist China in order to make it to the airport, in order to get on a flight, and how did they land on our southern border? Accidentally, the same way caravans were accidentally put together by the tens of thousands and sent. It's the same way this shit is sent, and you know it's all fake, and you know it's all a hoax because the same people pushing Russia, Kavanaugh, impeachment, and now the coronavirus. Where's World War III? I'll say it once, and I'll say it fucking again. All right. But according to Lizzie, 1/124,000th non-Indian, be it enacted by the Senate of the House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. Oh, the act may be cited as the Prioritizing Pandemic Prevention Act. Folks, remember, it's a pandemic. Here, let's let the physical people with the illness walk through. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, any obligated federal funds appropriate or otherwise made available, plan, develop, or construct a physical barrier, what? Along the international border between the U.S. and Mexico shall be immediately transferred to the Department of Health and Human Services and the United States Agency for the International Development of the express purpose of combating the corona disease. Who told her to say that? The World Health Organization. Who really runs the world? Did they use this virus? Are they using this fear, this hoax? Did Soros do it to fucking dump the market, interrupt the supply chains? Now all of a sudden it's another way to grab. It's another way to rob from the people and their 401ks and their retirements. One last dip in. Look at the wall. Look at it. The walls are racist. Yeah, well, how about and what's this just in? According to the fine folks in Iran, they've never lied to us. Iran, trust us. We stole your citizens. You know, we remember when the Iranians kidnapped our citizens and Bernie Sanders applauded him? Do you remember that? The same Bernie Sanders that knew that the DNC was screwing him. The same Bernie Sanders. Remember, there's a date that exists that Bernie knows when they screwed him. There's the date that he exists when he fucking says, I quit and I'm going to back Hillary. Well, in between those two dates were rally after rally after rally where he fleeced all of you communists for your money and then fucking laid down when the time is right. Anyways, according to Bernie, we should trust the Iranians, and so let's read this per them. According to the Iranians, the coronavirus is the work of the Jews. Okay, nice. Oh, look, Iran just put up a wall between them and Iraq to make sure that nobody brings the coronavirus. Where's Lizzie Warren to say that the Iran wall is racist? You fucking Momo. This wall is important because if you're lucky, if God is on your side and for some reason Bernie Sanders and his communists somehow hoodwink the DNC into getting the nomination and this country goes full tilt communist, that every single person that has ever said something positive about liberty or this country or fucking mom, dad, baseball, and apple pie is going to be marched in front of that wall and you'll be shot. That's exactly what's going to happen, all right? Until they realize that your life is not worth the bullet, and then you'll be hanged, and then you will know at that moment why Jussie Smollett worked as hard as he did to push the anti-lynching fucking hoax at the same time that Kamala Harris was pushing her anti-lynching bill, which just got passed. Why do we have this? It's fucking 2020. Who's being lynched? Who? Do they want to have a distinction between being killed for being a traitor and actually being lynched? And is that what this is about? Because it doesn't seem like it. Seems like they're setting it up for the big push where the coronavirus really does take down enough of the voting population so the left can win. Where they take down the market just enough like they did in '08 so the left can win. And when the left win, folks, they're not going to come in and give you more freedom. They're going to come and they're going to take your freedom. They're going to promise you security. They're going to promise you health benefits. They're going to promise you all of this until you reach a certain age. And then you don't get any health care because it's not a good fucking financial decision, according to the communists who owned 3 fucking houses. All right? Bernie, when did you know you were getting screwed? Bernie, when did you roll over for Hillary? Bernie, how many millions and how many rallies did you fucking fleece from your fellow communists? I want to know the answer. All right? Between Bernie, between Hillary, between Lizzie Warren, between CIA Mayor fucking Pete, never fired a gun once in his life. All right, who's left? Bloomberg and his fucking I turned the internet into my face on AOL. That's exactly what they've done, and they're all pushing this. They're all pushing the latest hoax, and they all push World War III, and they all pushed impeachment, and they all push Russia, and hopefully, God willing, this is the last final thing that they can do, and if they fail this, then motherfucker, it is going to be Trump Hulkamania. He's going to run 47 states red as fuck in this country, and it's going to be America roaring back. Now, the question is, What do we do with the people who have knowingly worked to overthrow and subvert the United States? You don't give it to Lindsey Graham to do, because all he's going to do is fucking talk about it. God bless America. Weaponsgradefaith.com. I'm John Toll, and thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to put your heart and your gut first in the simulation. Leave your mind behind. It's being used to create fear. And that fear is a mind killer. That fear is a soul killer by people who don't believe in souls. And they want you dead. God bless America.